everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa and this is Hobby Beauty. Today we're going to be talking about palettes here. You get a palette and you get a palette and you get a palette. Everybody gets palettes. So it is Cyber Week. Cyber Monday is coming up this Monday, and on the Colourpop website I wanted to go over some of the palettes that I recommend based on what I have in my collection, based on colors, fall and winter palettes. We got some cool tone, some warm tone palettes, and the ones that I recommend based on the ones I've used and what I think would be good additions to your collection. Now, I did it by colors and all different kinds of categories. So let's talk about the first one is my red palette. This is the X's and O's palette. I believe it's exclusively to Ulta though. This is a Colourpop palette, and this is what she looks like. It's 12 shades here. I did a video dedicated to this palette and the corresponding lip products and cheek products that go with the collection. I didn't buy everything in the collection, but the thing I like about this palette is that it has mattes. It's got one matte that's got some shimmers in it, but once you put it on your face, the shimmer kind of goes away, the glitter that's inside. It's got a variety of like lighter tones to deeper tones, and it's got 5 shimmers here. So it definitely is a wearable palette. I think it's great for fall, and I definitely think it would be a good thing to add to your collection. Like I said, it's Ulta exclusive, so it's not on the Colourpop website, but you can get it at Ulta.com, and I'm sure they're going to have Cyber Monday deals for Ulta as well. Next, let's talk about my favorite coral palette. This is the Sweet Talk palette. It is cardboard packaging, no mirror, and this is what she looks like on the inside. It's got a variety of finishes, as well as 7 matte shades, 2 shimmers, 2 pressed glitters, and 1 Super Shock Shadow. And I do love the Super Shock Shadow formula. So that's the Sweet Talk palette. It's definitely great for peachy and corally toned looks. I definitely recommend this one. Next up, we have our orange palette. The orange palette that I recommend is the Bird of Paradise palette. This is what she looks like. It is a 9-pan palette, no mirror, cardboard packaging. It was an Ulta exclusive at one point, but now it's on the Colourpop website. It has 5 mattes and 4 shimmer shades, and they all look really great. And it has some corresponding blush and lip products with it. I did a dedicated video on this palette as well, if you want to check that one out. Next up, we have our yellow palette. This is a different kind of packaging. It is their plastic packaging. It has a mirror on the inside. It's the Honey palette. This is what she looks like on the inside, and I know there was some controversy with this one because of the pressed glitter on the inside. That's the middle shade here, is not safe for eye use, but or use in the immediate eye area. They do tell that on the back of the palette, but it's great for yellow toned looks. Definitely wearable, and I've liked using this palette a lot. Next up, we have the green palette. This should be no surprise. It's the Just My Luck palette. It's again that plastic packaging with the mirror on the inside. This is what she looks like, and I feel like this would be a great palette for Christmas to pair with a red palette such as the X's and O's palette or any other red palette that they have. They did the color series, so there's a red one of this series as well. And it's also great for St. Patrick's Day. So that's the Just My Luck palette. It comes with 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. Next up, we have the blue palette. Now this is one of my favorite palettes because of my job. I wear blue scrubs every day. So the Blue Moon palette is a great addition to my collection. Again, it is that plastic packaging with the mirror on the inside, which I love mirrors. And it has 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. So I definitely love this palette. Definitely great for my collection. The purple palette that I chose was the Lilac You a Lot palette. And this has got purple and pink tones in it. But again, it's the plastic packaging with the mirror. And it's got 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. So that is great for purple looks. Lilac You a Lot. The pink palette that I chose, which was very hard because pink is my favorite color. I love pink. is the Lovebird palette. Now this one has a variety of finishes as well. It's the the cardboard packaging with no mirror, and we have 3 mattes and 3 mattes, 1 matte with the glitter in it that ends up disappearing after you use it. 3 pressed glitters, 1 shimmer, and 1 super shock shadow, which is my favorite. So this is the Lovebird palette. It's my favorite pink palette right now. Next up, we're going to talk about some other types of palettes. My favorite neutral palette has to be the Night Owl palette. I've used this one so many times. Cardboard packaging with no mirror, but it's got those like mustardy brown tones that I really like, and it is definitely a great neutral palette. It's great to add to your collection. It was an Ulta exclusive as well. I did a dedicated video on this one as well, and now it is on the Colourpop website, I believe. So this is the Night Owl palette. Next up, we have my favorite Smokey palette. That is the Smoke Show palette. This has the plastic packaging with the mirror, and it's got 9 shades in here. There is 5, or it looks like 3 or 4 mattes and 2 mattes with the shimmer in them, and then 3 of the shimmer shades. So this is great for making smoky looks, grays and blacks in it. So that is the Smoke Show palette. Next up is my favorite warm toned palette. Now this one is the California Love palette. It's the cardboard packaging with no mirror, and this is what she looks like. And it's great for warm toned looks. It's got a pressed glitter right here that is El Capitan. And then it's got some shimmers as well as some mattes. It's a 12 pan palette. So that's the California Love palette. It is my favorite warm toned palette. Now my favorite cool tone palette has been out for a while. It is the Fame palette. This is a 16 pan eyeshadow palette with the cardboard packaging and no mirror, and it is 8 shimmer shades and 8 matte shades. Now, the Fame palette is great. It's a great neutral palette. It's a great cool tone palette. They just came out with a new cool tone palette on their website. It's the Butterfly collection, and I definitely want to check that one out, but I don't have it in my collection, so this is my current favorite cool tone palette. Now let's talk about some newer palettes as well. We have the Frozen 2 palettes. This is the Anna and the Elsa palette. I have been using these constantly since I got them about a week ago. I think that the Anna palette, which is the cardboard packaging but it has a mirror on the inside, is one of the best fall palettes that have come out recently. It's 9 pans, and it's got a few mattes, 1 matte with the glitter in it down here, and then looks like 3 shimmers and 1 pressed glitter. So that's the Anna palette. Definitely recommend it for fall. No, fall's coming to an end. So my other recommendation is the Elsa palette. This is going to be an amazing palette for winter. Now I'm wearing it on my eyes today. This is a cardboard packaging with the mirror, and this is what she looks like. I feel like this is going to have the best winter tones for this coming season. It's got, let's see, 3 mattes, 1 matte with the glitter in it. It looks like 4 shimmers and 1 pressed glitter. So that is the Elsa palette. I picked these up at Ulta, but you can get them on the website as well. I think they're a great gift for the holiday season. Now the last palette I want to talk about is their bigger palettes. Now they just came out with the Bare Necessities palette, which is a neutral palette, and it's calling my name. I don't currently own it, so my current favorite for their large palettes is the So Jaded palette, which is in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This is their 30 pan palette, and it doesn't have a mirror. It's cardboard packaging, but that's what she looks like, and I've been using it a lot. It's just got a lot of different finishes as well. It is great, and I feel like there's so much variety to it, and it's definitely a great addition to my collection. So those are my recommendations for Cyber Week, for Cyber Cyber Monday, as well as, you know, the Colourpop's website has 30% off for this whole week on the palettes that they have on their website. So it's something that I, you know, thought that would be useful for you guys to know some of the palettes that I have in my collection and would recommend. So let me know down below which ones you picked up and which ones you like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!